In today's video, I'm going to share with you how I put together my fashionable vision board for 2020. Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Delaya from thedelayab.com, and I'm a tailored streetwear designer who wants to help boss-minded women personalize their style and leave a lasting impact. My channel is about fashion design, style, and taking care of yourself, so if any of that touches your soul, please go on and hit that subscribe button. So in the traditional sense of vision boarding, you look through a bunch of magazines and then you cut out the photos and glue them to a poster board. Now that's cool and all, but I don't like doing it that way. One, because looking through a bunch of magazines in hopes that you'll find the right picture kind of seems like a waste of time to me. And two, it's pretty random, like you don't know the photos that you're gonna find. So if I have to look at it daily, I want to make sure it looks pretty and cohesive and, not an eyesore. So the way I worked around that is, just making my own. Shade aside, how do I make my fashionable vision boards? So far, I've come up with two ways. The first way is linked in the description box below, and that one shows how I made my first vision board probably back in 2018. That version is all digital and on the computer. I put it together using Photoshop. This version is a little more tried and true to the OG way of vision boarding, but it's just a little bit more intentional. So before you start cutting and pasting, what you'll want to do first is set your goals and your ambitions and how you see your year going. These goals can be for personal use, for your business, for relationships, whatever, what have you. All you have to do is figure out what they are. My vision board happens to be more focused on my personal goals and my career, but I do have family goals and relationship goals that I have made a note of outside of the vision board, like in a notebook or something. So don't think that you have to convey everything on this vision board, just things that you want to keep a visual reminder front and center. The point is, the clearer you get on your goals, as in like quantifiable numbers or your intentions or your purpose, the easier it'll be when it comes time to execute them. So once you've gotten uber clear on your goals, you'll want to start looking for the pictures that convey that. But you also want to keep in mind the mood and energy you want to bring forth into the year. My board has a very editorial and high fashion vibe because fashion, but it's also a little dark and edgy. It's not because I want my year to be dark. I just know that I'll have to grind out a little bit with all the projects. I'll have to, work harder, put in extra effort, and it's going to get a little dark. It's going to get a little hard. But with all the hard work, I know my efforts will produce some high quality, some elegant, some nice things. So I have both of those ideas pictured as a mood in my board. Also, as a designer, I've made a few goals of projects that I want to complete for the year. One of them is I want to make a jacket inspired by Dior's new look. It's the illustration with the white jacket and black skirt. John Galliano did a refresh version in Dior's Fall 2009 Couture show, which is the red jacket, and it just inspired me to do my own take on it. Dior is one of my favorite designers as far as fashion history goes. And the more I refine my craft and learn more about making jackets and making coats, I want to learn more about the pioneers who did it first. Also, I want to get a little fancy and do an embellishment, so I put a picture of Beyonce in Alexander McQueen's very jeweled out blazer. It was what she wore to the Lion King premiere, and though I may not go all out like that, that's just a reminder of something I want to do. Beyond goals, you'll want to find images and things that inspire you and that'll motivate you to keep going. There's a few women that I look to for inspiration that, I keep them on my timeline on Instagram and things, but having a photo reminder is also good. They're Issa Rae, Tracee Ellis Ross, Rihanna, Beyonce, and Serena Williams. Their energy is just so electrifying, and the way they, execute their goals is something to look up to, how they're executing their vision, living their best life. It's something that I want to do in my own life. So I've chosen pictures that represent them just as an inspirational matter, but also the specific pictures I chose have to do with my goals. So Issa Rae and Tracee are very pristine, clean, very high fashion. We have Tracee, she has braids. I want to learn how to cornrow this year, so that's a personal goal, so I put that picture on there. Then there's Serena, again, high fashion. Beyonce and Rihanna, they have their own lines, which is something I want to do. You have Beyonce in her Ivy Park Adidas collaboration, looking boss. And you have Rihanna on the red carpet in her custom Fenty jacket. And just those pictures personify the energy I want to bring and the goals that I have set for myself. And lastly, to add a little flavor on top, you can add words that clearly state what you want to do this year. Words that you want to focus on, words that you probably need to uplift you, whatever, what have you. For me, I chose focus, grace, and consistency. There's also a quote by Lori Swank that has the word discipline in it. Discipline is my word of the year. So I just wanted to be extra clear, like, Delaya, you will be focused. You will be focused. And grace is, I always have to forgive myself, even though I'm staying focused. I'm human, like, come on now. Beyond that, you can focus on like body image. You can have words that uplift and support you. You can do your values, maybe family, community, love are values that you want to instill a little bit of extra on this year. You can have words like those. Once you finish your collage and everything is glued or taped down, the rest is pretty easy. You'll want to cut the edges. If you had any of them run off the sides of the paper, you'll want to cut the edges to make sure it looks nice. Or, you might not. You can leave them raw if that's more your aesthetic. I chose to cut mine because I like to frame mine. I think it looks a little bit more cohesive. It brings everything together and it makes it look, just a little bit prestige, a little bit more intentional. You'll want to hang the vision board somewhere where you can look at it every day. Mine will go in my makeshift studio, which is in my dining room. So I can look at it every day as I'm working. If I'm feeling a little discouraged or like something's going wrong or whatever, what have you, I can just look up and be like, oh, okay, this is what I'm working for. This is what it's all about. Keep moving forward. Either way, you'll want to regularly check in with your goals and make sure you kind of stay on that path, that you're not being deterred. You don't want to stress about them. Like, you don't want to be like, I have to get this done now. It has to be done. This is going to get done now. Especially if you put something on there that you can't necessarily control, like getting an interview with Oprah. I didn't put that on mine. Some people have put that on theirs. But if that's something you put on your board, you can't control Oprah's schedule. So don't stress out about them like that. Just stay familiar with them. Keep them in your mind. Keep them in your energy. Like, things can manifest, but having intentions and goals are always great. I hope this video has helped you out and that it helps you create a vision board. If you have created a vision board, or even if you haven't, let me know in the comments what goals you have set for the year. If you liked what you saw, please go on and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, guys. Bye.